snapback. Gone before they wonder where could at. You know I'm paving a roadmap.
You're locked into the Cool Cast.
You can slide over. You can pull it outside from that. See that level, the lever, the other lever, the one on this side, right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
this cool.
Yeah. And you might have to twist the wire some to make sure.
Nah, that's good right there, actually. Oh boy, he's sponsored by Roadcaster.
You would think with all this road shit I had.
Absolutely, you are. We need to set that
We need
affiliate
to set
link
that
up.
up officially.
Right.
We need to get you straight because you got all the equipment.
Years
This
in the building.
episode is sponsored by
Thank you.
Roadcaster Pro. We got the Roadcaster Pro 2 here. We got the Roadcaster mics. And we in Go.
Creative Studios.
Yeah, sitting with the
Dwaine
man.
Go.
All right, hold on. We're going to start this
The
off
man. The
properly.
man.
It's a little warm.
You start seeing
With the
you get to
fans.
sweat.
I got something for that too if you want that. Send the wipes over there.
We gonna
Some tissue.
we gonna get
They
rocking.
get a little warm in there.
Hey, this episode, man, we back again with another episode of Dreamers Create Cool, or another cool conversation.
Another cool conversation.
You know what I mean?
Another
With,
cool
with, with another cool guest
Yep.
sitting up high in the Atlanta skies.
Okay.
Cool in a hot situation.
Yeah, man. I should have brought the smoothies over here. You know what I'm saying?
What?
They
Yo.
outside actually.
You got the bomb situation with those joints,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I killed both of them before I got there. I ain't even gonna lie
Hey.
to you. I'm like, yo.
I started to bring them up, but we was gonna take them to I was going to this boxing gym after here. But another cool conversation. I'm Willi Millions.
I'm True Davis.
And I'm Dwaine Go.
And
Go Creative Studios.
We sitting in
Go Creative Studios.
Go Creative Studios in the heart of the
Unrehearsed.
city, Peachtree Street.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we gonna deep dive into this, man. This
Creative space.
excellent creative space.
Mm.
As y'all can see, we got fancy today with the
Okay.
microphones. You know what I mean?
Got
And
all the
we
equipment.
gonna give y'all the whole tour of everything that's going on. 'Cause this brother got every piece of equipment
Imagine.
like Best Buy,
Right. Right.
everything. So,
Yeah.
what's your area of focus?
Honestly,
Is that a
bro.
loaded question?
Yeah. You know, I had that question was asked to me a long time ago because I used to work with a group of photographers, right? I mean, we didn't work together, but we would always end up at the same events.
Gotcha.
And, you know, this was in the house music community, and these, you know, they would be like, well, this photographer does this with their, you know, with their work, and this photographer does that. So what's your niche,
What was
right?
your name? Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? It really took me a long time to really answer that because I don't feel like I really had a niche.
Okay.
But as I began to shoot, I think it became just really capturing real life as it was. You know what I mean? I didn't use a fish lens, so that was one of the other photographers' niche. You know, he had the fish lens, and he just really created this dope art with the fish lens and the dances, and it was incredible. Shout out to
I was
Demetrius
about to say,
Williams.
shout out this brother. He didn't.
Demetrius Williams, shout out
Demetrius.
Demetrius Williams. John Crooms, another dope photographer. But my niche was just really just capturing the essence of what was.
What was happening?
You know what I mean? What was in the moment. I froze a moment in time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I didn't recreate it. I just captured what was there
Yeah.
in the life moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
that's really what my focus is just really capturing what is and what's there without having to recreate it, but just having the insight and the wisdom enough to really capture
And the ability.
at that and the ability.
Absolutely.
You know, composition is everything.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So just really being able to capture it in that moment at that time.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I think that's really kind of been my focus, just being free to capture whatever is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it something that you started like when you were younger, or you started as an adult? Like, when did you pick up the camera and really start?
All right, so when I was younger, I was gifted a camera, but nobody ever gifted me film. So I used to really literally look through the eyepiece and really see these beautiful images, and you know, I couldn't capture them, but I captured them in my mind. Now that went away, you know what I mean, because I never had film. So the camera and the whole situation went away, and it wasn't until I began developing reality show concepts, documentaries, and things of that nature, and I moved to Atlanta to pursue
you?
that.
Where were you living prior, or where's hometown?
Cleveland. Well, Cleveland's not my hometown, but that's where I was at. That's where I moved from.
Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
LeBron
yeah,
James.
yeah, yeah,
LeBron
yeah,
James.
yeah, yeah,
LeBron James.
Yeah. Well, no,
I love
Bone
Bone
Thugs
Thugs.
too.
No.
Bone Thugs too. You know what I mean? You know, that's their claim to fame, among other things. But that's where I really began to kind of define what I wanted to do with my life. You know, whether it be, you know, I touched on photography at the time, but it wasn't serious, and it was just really, you know. I shot maybe one person there, but I interned on different movie sets. You know what I mean? I interned for feature films in Cleveland, and I decided that it was okay. It was time for me to expand. I had to take my talent
Take
to
your
South
talents
Beach.
on the road. Yeah.
He
did the LeBron before
LeBron.
I take my talents to the ATL.
You know what I mean? You know, it was actually after LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to take my talent somewhere else.
So after LeBron left, you
Yeah,
left.
yeah, man. LeBron took everything with him.
He took his talents, and everybody took their talents.
And all of everybody else.
Yeah.
He took everything with him, but no. So I had a decision to make. I had, you know, either Atlanta, New York, or LA, and LA was just, you know, that was just really a dream. So New York was viable. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, try New York. And I had everything set up, ready to go, move to New York. And then Hurricane Sandy hit. So when Sandy hit, I was like, my cousin called me, my peoples, because that's who I was moving in with.
Okay.
And he lived on Staten Island. So he was like, bro, you can't even come right now because you can't even get on the island. You know, the ferry is out, so you can't even come. So I was like, oh man, this is God telling me something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit and be still and listen.
How long
And-
in between?
Before I decided, now literally, I promise you, it literally took me almost 3 years before I actually made the move because I was comfortable.
Okay.
You know how it is when you get in that comfort zone. You know, I was working for a company, and you know, I had a nice place near Lake Erie. You know what I mean? So I used to go out there and sit and watch sunsets on Lake Erie, and that was the first time one of my pictures been published.
Okay.
I actually shot a sunset on BlackBerry. BlackBerry had a contest. I'm telling you how old I am, right? I'm dating myself right now. But BlackBerry had a contest in which they, you know, they wanted to feature some dope photos using their camera, using their phone. So I submitted mine, and you know, that was the first time I was published was through BlackBerry because I captured a sunset on Lake Erie. And you know,
You won the contest?
I don't think it was really a win. It was a win in the sense that we were
They
published.
highlighted it.
But but you know, that wasn't really my focus.
Gotcha.
You know, that was just something I did because I saw it. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about art. If you see it, well, that's the beautiful thing about being a photographer. Because when you see art, you can capture it in that moment if you have the right tools.
Gotcha.
And you know, it's crazy. But yeah, so I did that, and you know, like I said, you know, I began to really want to develop the career path of creativity instead of sales, which is the field I was in. And it took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to finally say, like, you know what, I can't do this no more. I gave my 2 weeks. Did I give it 2 weeks?
No, you didn't.
I probably didn't.
You didn't. We know
I
you
probably didn't.
Them
You know
folks
what?
still trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, and here's the crazy
Is Dwaine
part.
coming in today?
Here's the crazy part, bro. At that time, I had a 76 Ford LTD Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah. Clean. You know what I'm saying? I keep the tins clean.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
clean.
Like bike. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I moved here on in the dead of winter. I drove through a blizzard on a 76 LTD Bronx with the headlights dim and pulled up with 30-day tags.
You just picked up one day and said, yo,
I said it's time to go.
why Atlanta though? Because Atlanta's not really known for the films at that time.
It really wasn't, but at the same time,
Frequently.
it kind of was because I wanted to. Said Freaknik. No, Freaknik wasn't a thing at that time. That was already past.
Yeah. But you had memories. You had fine memories.
Nah, I never. I tried. I almost went to Freaknik and got as far as Greensboro, North Carolina, and turned around.
Oh wow.
So
You missed out.
yeah, I missed out big time. Right? That's as far as I got. You know what I mean? And come to find out, my ex was going to she was going to Freaknik too. That's as far as she got and turned around. So I'm like, oh my God, we was both trying to go and didn't even know we was going together.
Right.
No, we didn't know each other was going. That's the crazy part.
Oh, y'all seen
Anyway.
each other in Greensboro, North Carolina?
Nah, we just turned around and came back. But
Sound like it's a lot to unpack in
Right.
that story.
Yeah.
there's a whole lot.
Story.
That's something different. That's something different.
Yeah.
But
Let's get back on the career path.
yeah, so what brought me to Atlanta really was I really wanted to work at Tyler Perry Studios.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I really applied several times to Tyler Perry Studios, and it never happened. It never came through. Never came to fruition.
What was the position you was looking
Really, PA.
at? Okay.
I really wanted to be a PA, and whatever it took to
So
be a PA, I was ready to, partake and really make that happen.
That's production assistant.
Production assistant, exactly. That's a production assistant. So that's really what I wanted to do, only to get in the door.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's like the entry, right?
That's the entry level.
And they wasn't messing with your campaign?
So I'm sorry?
They wasn't messing with your campaign at Tyler Perry for that?
What was it messing with my campaign?
They didn't hire you.
They didn't let you. They didn't.
Actually, they did hire me. I got hired there,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
You
here's
said you was trying to get in for a while.
But okay, so here's the thing. I've spent 3 years trying to get in the door
Yeah.
at Tyler Perry Studios. I applied 2 to 3 to 4 times a month
Yeah.
for several years to get in the door at Tyler Perry Studios. Crazy. So
And they never gave you a job.
never gave me a job.
So they wasn't messing with your campaign.
No.
Okay. Got it.
So when I finally got, because I was making those, I was applying before I moved to Atlanta
Gotcha.
because I wanted to come here ready to work.
Right.
So, I said, finally, you know what? I'm just going.
Mhm.
And when I got here, I kept applying again. And during this time, I'm developing, my craft.
Mhm.
And so eventually I said, you know what? Let me apply for background. Let me try not to apply for
Which is what?
production
When
assistant.
you say background.
Background
what is that?
extra.
Okay.
The background extra work.
Gotcha.
So I said, let me apply for background. Let me just
Like
see.
on
And I
camera
got
talent.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the people that drink from water fountains might get a drink from the soda fountain,
Yeah.
whatever. Those people, the ones in the back.
Fillers.
Space filler.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But they're really good people.
So you was an actor before you.
Nah,
With
I
talent.
was never really an
Yeah,
actor.
you
I
was.
promise.
You just said.
Yeah, I did that.
Was you drinking from the water?
I did that, but I really can't consider myself an actor. I really can't, because there's a special gift that those people have that I never even wanted to pursue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't take anything away from them by saying that I was an actor, because I really was not. But yeah, there you go.
Maybe.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can bring it down a little bit, or it might fall down.
Yeah, I think it's going.
It's gonna settle.
It's like an air mattress.
It's like an old house.
Yeah.
It's got stuff.
Let's give it time. Let's give it time to find its position.
So, yeah. So I did background work, and when I applied, I got it on the first try, and I never had to apply again. And I worked for Tyler Perry Studios over the course of 3 or 4 seasons
So once you got
of this
the door,
particular
you
show. Yeah, once I got in the door, I did the background work for a while, and then I went to one of the directors, and I told him, dude, I'm really not an actor, man. I'm really not trying to be an actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really, I want to get on crew. And I told him I want to be a PA, and the next day I was a PA. You know what I mean? So I did
They
that.
made that happen for you.
He made that happen just that fast,
Yeah.
just that quick, bro. It was like crazy. Like, I should have said
I
this
could
a
have
couple
been
years
did
ago.
this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But you
I-
should have just
you know.
came up there anyway. But what I hear is that you have to find your way in, and then once you get your way inside, use your relationships. You know what I'm
And you
saying?
gotta be careful about how you mend those relationships, or how you
Cultivate.
build,
Yeah.
how you cultivate,
Yeah.
because they will ban you from the campus, bro. You will.
If they think you trying to solicit.
Oh man, if you doing
opportunities.
anything other than what you came there to do,
Yeah.
Wow.
so this one
Did you
particular
know that when
time. No, they tell you right at the jump. As a matter of fact, when I was so geeked because I got hired, right? I got hired as a patient. You know what I mean? So I'm in a hospital again. I'm so geeked because I've been applying for 3 freaking years,
Yeah.
right? To do this, right? So I'm in the waiting area, whatever. I'm in my gown, whatever, for the scene. And, you know what I mean? So I'm geeked, right? I take a picture of myself. I post a little selfie. And I promise you, before the day was over with, they was already at me like, listen, you
don't be
can't
doing
do that. Already, I'm like, damn, I ain't even get home yet. Y'all just
Boy,
y'all caught
Tyler
that.
like them.
It's serious.
He got y'all locked in. Don't
It's
let nothing
serious,
slip out.
bro. Listen, the worst time I had with that was, so I used that opportunity to really learn the set, right? Because I never went to school for any of this.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, I never went to school for anything.
That
of
makes this
caliber.
more amazing.
Right.
Bro, never. So what I would do is I would ask questions of everybody on the set. You know, what is your job? What do you do? Da, 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 da. I would get that. So I began to build with this one brother, man. I'm like, okay, let me give him my business card, right? Because, you know, I'm doing some stuff independent, but not really too much. And I gave him my business card, and, you know, so after that, we're sitting in the little waiting area waiting for the next scene to pop up, and these 3, I guess they were production assistants or supervisors, I don't know. But these 3 officials came through and was like, all right, who's Dwaine Go? I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of us in this room. So I was like, me, that's like, all right, come outside, come with us.
You thought that was your
Oh,
walk?
I thought that was it.
I mean, walk you
I
out.
was done.
We need your badge.
Right.
I was over with, right? So they pulled me outside and he was like, yo, we found your business card. Somebody threw it on the ground. So the guy I gave it to actually either dropped it or threw it away.
Right.
And it was on the grounds. And because it was simply a business card that they found, they had to find the individual that brought that business card there. And
And be like, yeah, you can't get here.
you cannot.
No
But they didn't
solicitation.
ban. Oh, you cannot. But they didn't ban me, so because I guess I was cool with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't act out
That's
of
grounds
passion
for
or
complete
whatever.
termination?
Oh yeah, for banning for life. I
For
could have
life.
been, if someone else had found, and they told me this, if someone else had found that, I could have been banned for life
Wow.
from ever working there
Tyler Perry,
ever.
Come on. Come on. This.
But they tell you like
Don't come over here trying to network.
the first time I
Right,
got
don't make no
there,
friends.
Don't make no friends. Keep
Bro.
your business to yourself.
the first time I got there, we're standing in the hallway. People lying on this side, lying on this side of the hallway. Walks through Tyler Perry flying a mini drone.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind because, this is the first time I've been applying for 4 years. I really wanted to work with this brother. And here he comes walking down the hallway. But they tell us right then and there, do not ever approach him. Don't speak to him unless you are spoken to by him.
Oh, wow.
I'm like,
You cannot. And if you do, that you're banned.
He's the warden.
Hey, but think about it like this. If you got, let's say 100 people, right? And they all trying to approach you, you ain't gonna ever get anything done.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
It just seems like it's a little extra, but I get it. It's understandable.
It's extra, but it's real.
Yeah,
it's real because you gotta
run
protect.
that operation.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, and when you're creating, you got to be in a certain zone.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to be, you got to be in tune.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to be in tune when you got, you got everybody pulling at you and pulling you this way and pulling you that way and talking about things that's not even relevant.
Right.
And half the people that's talking to you ain't ready for what they're asking for.
Yeah, they're not even ready.
They're not ready.
I get that.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, just to avoid all of that, I could understand.
Yeah.
You know, and I was really grateful that they allowed me to keep working.
Yeah.
And I worked there until.
Why you ain't say man, that must have just fell out my pocket.
Man, I couldn't
Bring
buy it. You know what I mean?
Bring it.
I was looking for that business
I was
card.
looking for that business card, but it wouldn't count for the other business cards.
No,
It wouldn't have counted for all the other business
I would
cards.
tap my pocket so aggressively.
You know what I
I want
mean?
that.
Nah, but you know, I told him what it was. You know what I mean?
That
I
you
told him
passed
what
it
it
off?
was. Yeah. And you know, and I told him even who I passed it to.
You was on high.
You know what I mean?
Surveillance after that.
Ah,
You
bro,
had
but
2 strikes.
look, I got my first feature after that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I went from background to feature.
Meaning you
So
got speaking
feature, you don't really have a speaking role for the most part, but you're set apart. You're interacting with the main actors.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So
you're still an extra. You're just a featured extra.
you're kind of a feature, yeah.
You're not the person
way
standing
back.
next to the
Right,
person.
yes,
at
I
the-
can interact.
Right. You know what I mean?
You may be like a friend that just taps you. Like, you ain't saying nothing.
Right.
Yeah, you know, and
What was
easily.
this on?
On If Loving You Is Wrong.
Is that a movie?
No, it's one of the TV shows they had.
Okay.
The Have and Have Nots. No, If Loving You Is Wrong. It was Loving You Is Wrong. That was the show. I did background work on If Loving You Is Wrong, and I did PA work on The Have and Have Nots. And so it was on that show. That was the first time I played a crackhead.
Oh, wow.
I was like, my first feature's a crackhead. Ain't this something?
Ain't that something?
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Tyler Perry pulling the best out of people.
That's
All this
funny.
hidden talent.
All this
Leave
hidden
it to
talent.
TP, he gonna figure it out. So, man, so you was at Tyler Perry, but when did the vision or the dream come to be like, I want to have my own little piece or my own piece of a production studio or creative studio? When did that shape or take place? Or was you
Actually,
just working so much independently that you just needed your...
it actually took shape. The first time I mentioned it and vocalized it was standing. There's a train station right outside of Tyler Perry Studios gates.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the train station, the parking lot leads into his gates.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at that time, I didn't have a vehicle, so I would catch the train. And I was standing right there on the train platform, and I'm looking at the studio, the property. I'm looking in that direction, and I'm like, yo, I gotta have a studio. I'm going to have a studio.
Right.
I literally said, I'm going to have a studio. I didn't know to what capacity or how big or how small or whatever the case. I said, I'm going to have a studio. And that was the very first time I vocalized it. And
You said it to yourself.
yeah, no one's with me. I'm a loner. Nobody was with me when I said it, but I said it here.
You meant it, yeah.
Yeah, and I meant it. You know what I mean? I speak to the universe. You know what I mean? I'm one of those cats that knows when to be still and listen, you know, and speak when I should speak. And so, you know, I stood on the platform, I said it, and I went about the rest of my evening. And it was years later when this came about, but it was many years later, and many trials and tribulations, becoming homeless, and I mean.
So you took on the whole Tyler Perry story.
Right. You did too.
Yeah, man. And I had a brother, man. Shout out to Carl Cochran, aka Mad Scientist.
You said Carl Cochran?
Carl Cochran.
Okay.
AKA Mad Scientist. You know, he was like a brother to me at one point, you know, through all of this process. And so we did a lot of work together. And he was one of the ones that helped me to develop, you know, using the camera. He would bring me on his sets.
Okay.
And he was one of the ones that helped me to develop using the camera. Because I maxed out, at that time, before even Tyler Perry Studios, I had maxed out my credit card and bought a little camera, you know, some, you know, little softbox lights, and just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, we began to work through this in the third, and we both ended up homeless at the same time at one point. So I ended up sleeping in his truck. He had 2 cars and homeless. That was crazy. But, you know,
That was a blessing.
that was a blessing because he got to sleep over his.
Right.
Yeah, we both had housing in a sense, right?
Right.
You know, but that's real talk. That's you know, that's the struggle because
I understand.
you know, we really, you know, we got it out the mud, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, just to be able to sit in this couch in this space
Right.
And
as an
reflect.
example. Yeah. Because you know,
he showed you how to operate these cameras and things like that.
he showed me the cameras. Everything else I had to learn from YouTube University.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I had bought a Canon, and he showed me, you know, different, you know, things, but I already had a natural eye.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? An eye is something you can't teach.
Right.
You know what I mean? I already had an eye for composition, so he didn't have to teach me that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, technically, he had to teach me about the camera.
Gotcha.
You know, the technical
How to
aspects.
move your way around.
You know what I mean? Exactly. And then I learned about aperture, you know, shutter speed and all this other kind of stuff. Right, so I learned all of that. And I began doing more and more projects on my own. You know, doing photography, videography, and just sharpening the sword. And I began doing that by shooting house music events.
Okay.
You know, working with dancers and shooting them and capturing them. You know, I made a couple of dollars doing that, but it was really for the experience of learning how to.
So you wasn't out here taxing top dollar.
No, I still don't. That's been my problem.
I like how
you know what I mean? I should be
Ghetto
taxing.
So y'all come to DJ.
You're right.
Studios.
You know what I mean? Because I don't tax at all because I love to create.
Absolutely.
And
Like
and
most
so
creatives.
yeah.
Creators
So
just want to create,
just wanna do
and if they can get paid, you know what I'm saying, they gonna.
I don't chase dollars. I chase relationships.
Yeah.
And I try not to even chase them now. I try to attract them.
I tried to.
You know what I mean? And that's by being the person that I would want to work with.
Exactly.
You know, that I would want to build with. I'm that person. You know what I mean? So if you come to me and you say you got a project, something you want to do, and if it's something I'm interested in, I might want to partner with you. You ain't got to pay me nothing to do it. We partner in it and we bring it to life.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real. That's real creativity, and that's real community as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when those two things come together, opportunity happens.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is this your first studio and only studio, or did you have one before?
This is my first studio and only studio.
Give us the.
So how did this come about?
What is this? Like, give us
Okay, so
everything
this
that's
is Dwaine Go Creative Studios. It's a podcast and photography studio.
inside.
So, you know, as a matter of fact, we just wrapped up a dope photo shoot for an up-and-coming actress that's, you know, doing some submissions for a major feature film.
Now, normally I would cut you off every time you said dope, because you said it about 5 to 10
Okay.
times. But we in his establishment.
We in Cool World, so.
Let me explain. Can I
But this
explain?
is
Let me
the cool
explain.
cast. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So you're not going to just keep saying dope and
All right,
picking me in
so,
my side like that.
all right, so my man, and I respect him deeply, Willi Millionaire. I respect him deeply. And his thing is that, you know what I mean, stop saying dope, say cool. And he corrected me when I shot in his face.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
The D
I
stands for
feel
dope
that.
in this space.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel that. You know what I mean? I really do. And being that we're on your podcast, I will change dope to cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
If the
I
D is
will
for
do
dope,
that.
We all good.
D is it's so it goes with so much.
Okay, all right.
It really does. It really goes with so much, man. Because my name is all I have.
Right.
You know what I mean? To be honest with you, that's all of this could go tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever we're doing, all of these things could go tomorrow. But my character and my name is the only thing that remains.
Absolutely.
So I try to maintain that. And so when I say dope, it's just the first thing that comes to me because it expresses what I'm really feeling. It's that euphoria that you get, you know, that addicts get. I'm not an addict, you know what I mean? So
he did play one on TV, y'all.
I did play one. I did play a crackhead. But and people called me after that, bro, I saw you. You was a crack. Yeah, I was a crackhead. That was the first and the only time they saw me.
Yeah.
But the euphoria that you get, you know, after an addict gets that high. So when those moments happen, and I say dope, I'm experiencing that euphoria. That is like, yo, man, that's crazy. You know, and you want to feel it again.
Yeah.
So you want to hear more, you want to see more, you want to experience more. You want to keep bringing that in. So that's really the explanation behind my words when I say dope.
I felt that.
I respect you though, so I'm
I just
cool from that.
I just give folks a hard time just to let them know this is the Cool Cast and this is what we stand on.
And I respect that.
Stay on brand. You gotta stay on brand.
Yeah, you have to. And bro, let me say this, man. Your brand is dope. What you guys are doing, man.
Did it again.
It's so.
He wanted that dopamine shot.
Right.
Yeah, the brand is dope. It's cool.
No.
It's cool.
The brand is very cool, and you know what I mean. That was just off the cuff, but the brand is extremely cool.
We like
you know the experience that I had when I walked into your space.
Yeah.
And you know I'm trying to figure out how to set up this scene for, you know, the production we was doing, and I'm looking at all of the art and everything else, and it was just even more cool when I saw Sean Mulkey's art.
Like, yo, is that Sean Mulkey's?
Yeah.
Oh, he's very noticeable.
Wait a minute, you're not the artist that does the hats, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
That's Chris
say,
Kinder.
man.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, the hats is dope. I mean, the hats are cool.
Your hats, Chris.
The hats are cool. The sweatshirts I left with one.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, you left with one.
I left with one. You know, I gotta support. You know what I mean?
It's almost hoodie season.
Yep.
Champions hoodie.
Hey, it's gonna stay into the package until it cools off.
Okay,
enough.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? But it was so cool that I had to get one because first of all, I knew the artist that was involved with, you know, and I've worked with him. As a matter of fact, I've shot him.
Yeah.
You know, I did a photo shoot with him around the city, and then I shot some of his artwork. You know what I mean, for websites and things of that nature. So, you know, I had to just really, you know, support in that way.
And that's super cool. Sean Mulkey. You see your name keep popping up, bro. You know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Incredible artist.
That's what it's about.
Incredible artist.
So just getting back to your space, because you was explaining this space and the type of people that come through here and the projects that you take on. Mainly, is it just allowing for folks to come and sit down and do podcasts? Is that your area of focus?
It's one.
Okay.
I really want this to be a think tank. I really do. I really want this to be a think tank where we figure it out.
Okay.
We figure it out. We put plans together. We grow together. We build together. Whether it be a podcast, whether it be a really cool photo shoot. Like when you guys pulled up, I was actually on the balcony. We were talking about doing a fashion runway.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just really about creatives coming together.
I asked that because we live under the understanding that every brand should have a podcast of some sort.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because it allows for added visibility. It allows for you to, you know, bring folks into your space and share your story and share your vision.
Yes.
And do it from an angle of, you know, talking to people that you wouldn't normally talk to.
And establishing yourself as an expert in your field.
Absolutely.
You get to really be able to elaborate. Like this space right here isn't the typical studio space.
No.
You know what I mean? It's really not. It's more of a boutique.
Right.
You know what I mean? In a sense where you come in, you're getting hands-on feels. And, you know, it's not intimidating whatsoever.
No, it's not.
But it's a very
I mean,
quaint.
You got a lot of quality equipment.
right.
You walk in here,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, oh yeah, this
Don't
brother.
touch nothing.
Brother, don't break nothing. Sit in that corner and just be.
You know, and it'll take me. When I first switched from Canon to Sony, it took me 3 years. Not 3 years. I'm sorry, about 3 months to decide on which Sony camera I was going to buy.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And so I take a while and I do the research and do the homework because I want the equipment to last for a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you know the first 3 years of any business is the hardest.
Yeah.
So I needed each thing that I purchased to last at least or be relevant
Yeah.
at least within the first 3 years. Because at that time I'm building and I'm not going to be in a position, or I don't assume that I would be in exactly.
You was being real intentional.
Everything is
Yeah.
intentional, and that's being intentional is part of being in the moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's where a lot of people really kind of mess up.
Yeah.
You got to be intentional, because if you're not intentional, 9 times out of 10 you're not in the moment. If you're not in the moment, you're gonna miss something.
You're gonna miss it.
You're gonna miss it.
I
You're
like
gonna
that.
miss the opportunity.
Very true.
You're gonna miss that chance. You know, whether it be saying something to the right person or making the right action. You know, you're gonna miss something if you're not in that moment. And so if you remain intentional
Yeah.
all the way through, then you're always gonna be in the moment, because you're always thinking about
big.
right now.
That's big. I preach that. That's like my go-to.
Yeah,
That's my go-to message.
really, wow.
Yeah.
It's real, man. I spent so many times looking in the rear view, bro, and I miss so much.
Yeah. By looking back.
Oh my
gotta
God,
stay
I
right
miss
here.
so much, man. There's so much that we have to forgive ourselves for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, just
Do you
the
want to make
mistakes
this
that
a
we
moment?
made.
What do you?
Nah.
This is a safe space. It's not.
Nah, I'm just saying in
but that
general.
was- yeah, I
You know what I mean? There's so many missed opportunities that I had to speak with people that could have changed my life and could have made really a difference in my career trajectory.
You didn't take
And
that
I
tip.
didn't take the opportunity. There was one time. Right, so my main thing when I moved here to Atlanta, I moved under the assumption that I would come here and sell all my show ideas, documentary ideas, concepts, things of that nature, things that I had developed, sell that and really make a living. I didn't come here to be a photographer, actor, or even actually work on a production set.
Right.
That's not why I came here. I came here because I developed incredible ideas for shows. You know what I mean? That's what it was. And okay, so when you're first initially getting into that genre, getting into that field where you're pitching, if you don't have production behind you, you're doing a paper pitch.
Yeah, and that's tough.
It's very tough. Not only is it tough, it's stealable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People will
Very.
steal your
Because
idea.
you need
Yeah.
lawyers, you need all
Oh
kinds of
man, you
people.
need so much in place because people will take your idea, shoot it, and
And they-
you have no recourse.
Yeah.
Nothing. So
And I've watched at least 2 to 3 of my shows. 3, I'm gonna say. I've watched 3 of my shows air
yeah,
on television.
because them folk had the resources. And
They had the resources
relationships.
and the relationships and everything else.
You came with a good idea.
You came with the
I
plan.
came with a good idea and gave it to him.
He
I
ain't
went
know-
to this one
He didn't know what
meeting.
Atlanta was doing.
Right.
Man,
They
listen.
put him in the blender.
I went to this one meeting. This young lady put us together. Me and this guy. This guy was the founder of a particular group, and he was doing plays around the country, and he wanted to break into reality television. And the young lady that put us together knew that I had all of these concepts because I used to have a reading group. So after I developed a concept,
Like
and I put
monologues?
the whole thing together. No, just the treatment for a show.
Yeah, whatever the show.
A synopsis, treatment, or like a show Bible almost.
Yeah.
When you say reading group,
I would have, okay, so after I put an entire concept together, no. After I put the entire show
Don't make
together,
it my life.
right, no, it's not a monologue. But let me explain it. So after I put the entire show together, I would hand each of these people in my group the treatment.
Yeah.
And I would ask them to read it and then tell me why or why not you would watch this show.
Gotcha.
So the treatment is to give you an idea of what you can expect to see during the season.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, after I give it to them, they would say, hey, I love this show, or I love this idea, and this is why.
Right.
Or I would change this, or I would add
feedback.
that.
Yeah.
I would get feedback. So I had a group. And,
How many people?
About 4. And the young lady that I'm talking about was 1.
She stole it.
No, not at all. She tried to put me on.
Yeah.
She tried to put me in position.
Right.
Yeah, so she was like, this guy, he's doing plays around the country, he's trying to move into reality TV. I told him about you. Y'all should meet. She made the introduction. And I went to the meeting. Unfortunately for me, because I'm so green and thinking everybody got integrity,
Yeah.
I went
We
to
like
the
that
meeting and I'm
sometimes, man.
handing out
For real.
ideas like Oprah's handing out cards.
Everybody gets a car! You get a car! You get a car! You get a car! You get a car! Everybody gets a car! Is that the wildest?
You get one.
I had about 4 or 5 ideas.
Here y'all go.
Here, boom, boom. I passed
Bless
them
you.
out.
You was a blessing.
I packed it lovely.
Right. He ran with
They
it.
was happy to see you.
Right.
And then at the end of that
No
meeting,
non-disclosures, no nothing.
None. I didn't even know what a non-disclosure was
You
at
didn't
that
even know
time.
what brother name was. He was everything I done worked for over the
I
last.
knew what his name was. I can't forget his name ever in life.
I know you
I
won't.
won't speak it,
Yeah.
but I know exactly who it is. And at the end of that meeting, he said to me, "Bro, you can't do this. You can't give these ideas out no more. You can't, he was the
So he
one
let
to
you know.
stop.
He let you know,
He
like,
let me
look,
know.
this ain't how you do this.
Yeah.
I'm finna run off with
No,
your
no.
stuff.
Yeah, and he
But
did.
don't
But
do this no
Is
more.
it stealing if he told you about it? He told you to your face? It can't, that's not stealing.
Ah!
Bro, I'm about to take this, bro.
He didn't say that though.
So he's strong arming.
He did. He said.
He didn't say that.
He
He's
said,
strong
He
arming
just
right
told you,
now.
look, you going about this the wrong
Look,
way.
you gave me this. This is a gift. Don't do this again.
Right.
Right.
Thank you.
So I'm
Because I'm about
Don't
to show
ever do
you
that.
what happens
Right.
when you get
I'm about to teach you a lesson, okay? Don't do this no more.
Don't do this no more.
And the lesson
This shit
well
about to be
learned.
greenlit. It's about to be
Lesson.
greenlit in 90 days.
It's messed up.
You know what I mean? So, lesson well learned, but at that point is when I began to understand, you know what, I got to make, that's when I decided I got to make a decision.
Okay.
And leave, Cleveland and really kind of go to Atlanta and start shooting stuff. Shooting my
Oh, so that
own
happened
scissor
in
reels. And yeah, this happened in
Oh, okay. I
Cleveland.
thought it was here. Okay.
No. Actually, I got ripped off here too once. And that was the last time, When I first got here, I met up with a group that had already had a show out.
Right.
I met up with a
Because
group.
you started this story by saying this is why I came to Atlanta to
Right.
pitch shows.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I came to do.
Yeah.
And so when I met this particular group,
Yeah.
and they began talking to me, and I'm like, okay, cool. And they began to explain that they went through the same things I went through with the same people that I had pitched and got robbed from.
Oh wow.
With the same people. So I
We've
was
been
like,
making a killing
they
off
can't.
fresh talent.
Oh, they get it. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay,
Okay.
they not gonna do the same
wouldn't do
thing.
me
They
like
just
that. Right.
what?
Hey, man, a wolf gonna be a
What?
wolf.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just look up.
Yeah, you can't
That's
blame
crazy.
a bush for not being a shade tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You look for the shade tree to get that coolness from the temperature, and you find the bush. You can't be mad at the bush.
Yeah, don't be mad at the bush.
I found the bush. You
Yeah.
can't be mad at the bush. I found the bush.
Yeah, he
You
didn't
know what I'm
come looking
saying?
for you.
He didn't come
He showed
looking
up
for
at his
me.
office
I showed up to
with the
him.
package.
The only thing I could be upset about is that they understood my struggle because we had talked extensively, and they understood that I had moved here that I was pretty much no income, pretty much facing homelessness, and you know, I'm relying on family. I moved here with family, to be with family, and you know, so they understood all of that, and still, after understanding what happened to them with the same people that I experienced, now you're going to do the same thing to me with what you experienced. So that's the only reason that I can look at them and be like, man, you know what? You could have partnered with the golden goose.
Right.
Instead of snatching the golden egg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You snatched
These
the
ideas
egg.
never stop.
Right. It's more
You
where that
snatched
came
the
from.
egg, bro.
Right.
So now,
You could have partnered with. You could have signed a contract. He could have. These two individuals could have signed a contract with me right there on the spot.
and you would have been able.
We would have been working for the next 10 years.
Right.
Easy.
Knocking them out.
Easy.
That's crazy.
Easy.
People don't look at it like that.
They don't.
He took
Want
the
quick
money
fix.
right there.
Yep.
He
He was
took
like,
the
I'm
short
gonna
money.
take this money. I'm gonna cut him out,
Yep.
and
That's how
That's
it
it.
works.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of it works. So you just really
That's
have
what
to be
we know.
careful and be mindful of who you're talking to and what you're saying. You know what I mean? Because one, you don't want to burn any bridges. You know, but two, at the same time, you don't want to burn yourself.
got you.
So you don't want, you know what I mean, to keep giving your ideas and giving your inspiration and your things out to people that will only cut you out.
Yeah.
So you have to be really intentional
Intentional.
about what's happening and what's going on
The
around
more you do it, the more you can feel.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
brother,
yes.
what's up with you?
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
paperwork next time.
Yeah. Oh, paperwork is incredible.
I
Find
give
this
people free
before I tell
game
you
all the
this.
time, all the time. And I just met somebody recently. He saw me out doing my thing, and he was like, yo, he was so pressed to like link up and meet up, but then we was talking on the phone, and I was just giving him game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I already knew the type of energy he was on. He was like, I'm gonna try to do this.
Wow.
I just want him to tell me what he was doing so that I could move him out the way. And he kind of said it. He was like, oh, I'm going to do that.
What made you delay?
Huh?
What made you kind of wait to see what he was on?
I
Instead
already
of,
knew what he was on.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of waiting for him to make his move, what made you wait to make his move instead of just off the top, just really,
Just cutting it out?
Yeah.
Nah, because when you know, like a wolf gonna be a wolf. So if you
Yeah.
know he a wolf, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to handle that wolf. Wolf may not be bad, it may be good for a certain situation. But I didn't let him attack me.
Yeah.
I gave him, you know what I'm saying? If I got food to feed the wolf, you
Yeah.
know, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you at? You know what I'm saying? Just know that I fed you. So if you see me up the road,
Not burning bridges.
yeah, I'm not.
There you go.
I'm not the food. I got the food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how you handle it.
Yeah.
You just gotta know the type
There's a
of
lot of
person
them,
you're
bro.
dealing with.
There's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many.
Oh yeah.
And the thing about Atlanta, man, that I've experienced, bro, and I was that cat too at one time. I was that cat that would approach people that wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people in Atlanta that would approach you, but they're not ready to
They're
do
not
what
ready.
They're asking or pitching.
They want you to. No,
They want you to take
do
the
it for
reins.
them.
Yeah.
do
They want you to take the reins and run
Do
with
this
it.
for me.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
yo.
you really, and I tell people this, I'm not gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
I love your idea,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna do it
The
for you.
execution is so
I will
simple.
work with you,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna do it for you.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? You have to come with some skin in the game. You can't just come with the idea.
Right.
Right.
Now, if it's just fucking, excuse me, can I curse?
Yeah.
You can curse?
like that.
Okay.
If it's just
so
fucking
if
what?
it's just fucking incredible,
Yeah.
Right.
then
You
you know
see the
what? Yeah,
potential.
If I
And
see
it's-
it
and
like
it's packaged
that,
and ready. Yeah.
yeah, but I haven't come across
That don't happen
yet.
too often.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
Because if
what
it's packaged ready like that,
Yeah.
9 out of 10 they've been moving to the point where you see the full vision.
Right. So, you know what
Most
I
of them
mean?
paper visions, they just paper visions. You know what I mean?
Paper visions,
They include the
some
whole
of them don't
book.
even have paper.
That's
Right.
They ain't even there yet.
There's so many people with great ideas that have never even Google
One
once
thing. Wow.
how to package it.
Yeah. At all.
How to come up with a treatment, synopsis,
Nothing.
show by none of that.
They come here and they're like, oh, he can do it. And I be trying to tell folks, like, listen, production is not cheap.
No.
You have to
At
find
all.
a way
Yes.
to
At all.
move into, you know what I'm saying, a full-fledged production.
Yeah.
Because you trying to do this whole 5-camera shoot,
Right.
6 lights, mics, all that, and you don't have one dime. That don't work, bro.
At all. You know what I mean? How you gonna do that?
That don't work.
How does that work?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You may try it one time, and then after that, it's done.
So I mean, I really encourage people to really don't waste that one opportunity until you're ready for that opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, don't approach people. You know what I mean? Don't approach people until you're ready to pull the trigger.
So brands
You know what I mean?
and businesses and entrepreneurs, is that the people you like working with the best, or is it creatives, dancers, and artists?
Ooh. I really like.
Or is it whoever got that money?
It's not even about that money.
I know you already made that. You already made
you
that clear.
I'm a visual person.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone comes to me with a visual opportunity to capture something cool or just incredible, whether it be a photo shoot or whether it be a short film,
We heard you.
or whether it be a feature, if I get to be able to tell the story visually, then that's my focal point. I can, and I'm glad you guys asked me that, more than once, because now it really gave me a really chance to really dig deep. And I think my official answer is that as long as I'm able to be who I am, which is a storyteller, I'm a storyteller no matter if I'm doing a photo shoot or if I'm shooting a film. I'm a storyteller, period. You know, I tell stories, I tell visuals. And as long as I'm able to work within that medium, you got me sold. If it's something I believe in, then you have me sold.
I met you believing in something, right?
You met me believing in something. So
that's a TV series?
It is the Real Entrepreneurs, a TV series. It's 3 seasons in, and when I met you, we were shooting the reunion.
About the reunion.
The reunion
About the
show.
reunion, Cool World.
Yeah. We brought in the Cool World for the reunion show, and that experience was really a little bit different because I'm working with people that haven't had extensive experience
In production.
But the leader, Dr. Casual Pitts, shout out Dr. Casual Pitts, he's a beast. He's a beast. He's gonna get it done. And here's one of the things, and this is why I really rock with him like that, is because I accomplished more when I didn't know I wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah, he was just moving.
So the longer you're in a field, right?
Yeah.
The more restricted you become
Because
to
you feel like it
rules
has to go
and
this way.
regulations and to tradition and to how it's supposed to go.
Right.
So when you're not restricted to those things,
You figure out ways
you flow.
to just execute.
You get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. That's it.
Right.
If there's no, you know what I mean? No, we got to do it this way. No, we got to do it.
My training
Get
says
it done.
this.
Yeah, my training.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. There's so many times I've been stifled by working with people that had more experience than me.
Right.
And they stifled my growth. And not intentionally,
Nah, it's just
but because they imposed what they've learned the limitations are
Yeah.
upon me.
right.
and I didn't want to adhere.
Yeah.
Same thing like with Tyler Perry. He didn't adhere to, you're supposed to do it this way.
Exactly.
And that's why he is where he is. And I give him mad props to that, for being where he is and, what he's accomplished and everything else like that. But it's just a matter of, So, Dr. Casual Pits, the reunion show.
Mm-hmm.
I like working with the brother for the simple fact that he doesn't have those limitations. He doesn't have those restrictions.
Right.
Because he doesn't know the production field as well as most other people.
He don't know it. He just know what he's looking for.
He knows exactly what he's looking for, and he wants to get it done.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can do this and be 3 seasons in is phenomenal.
And that's what I was going to ask you, because you said you just tapped in this season.
Yeah, I tapped in on season 3.
Right.
So I don't know what happened on season 1 and 2.
What's your role?
Director of photography, DP.
Okay.
So he tells me what he's looking for, and I bring the vision to life.
Okay.
And I work with the people that he's assigned to operate cameras.
Okay.
I work with them to help them, first of all, learn the camera.
Right, to get it.
And learn, what set etiquette.
Okay.
And really learn how to capture what we're here to capture.
Gotcha.
So I'm teaching at the same time that I'm executing.
Gotcha.
And that's what the role was for season 3. And I'm grateful for the experience.
Do you do the post-production as well?
No.
Okay.
I can, but I don't.
Okay, gotcha.
He already has someone else that does post-production on
Gotcha.
on that particular set, on that particular project. So, and they've been doing a pretty decent job.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've been told that season 3 has been the most well-executed season that they've had.
Gotcha.
And I'm very grateful for that experience. And I know season 4 is just going to be even that much greater.
Yeah.
Because I'm still learning too.
As long as every season gets better.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's about.
That's what we say. Just start. You can make it cool later.
Yeah. That's just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And grow from there.
Gotcha.
And that's really what it's been.
That's really what.
Yeah, that's what it is.
anything in the creative realm,
Yep.
you just gotta get in motion. You gotta create momentum, and once you create that momentum, your vision will start to become clear, and the execution will become better, and the people that you attract will become more equipped.
I mean, I'm here with you guys, man.
Yeah.
I'm here with the cool world. I'm with the cool kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
The cool
Once
connect.
you get started in doing the thing, the vision changes, because now that I'm doing it, and it's like, now I see what I really want to do.
I don't think it changes. I think it expands.
We'll say that.
I think it becomes defined.
It can. I tell people that all the time. It will shift.
It
evolves.
shifts.
Yeah.
The vision will. You will come to a project and you will have this in mind.
Yeah.
And as you're shooting, it will shift.
Yeah.
Because you see something greater as the work goes on, and next thing you know, you still have an incredible concept. It's really cool project, but it's shifted from where it initially began.
I can agree with that.
You know what I mean? It's really
most of these major companies started as one thing, and
a lot of stuff.
Lamborghini, the rest of them,
It started off as this, and then So it's all about the shift. The greatest thing we can ever do is pivot. That's the greatest thing we can ever do, because if I come into your office, right, you're the executive. I'm coming to your office. I have this incredible idea that I think will work. I'm pitching you my idea, and you're wondering, like, well, can we do this and can we do that? And if I say no, then I'm walking out the door with nothing.
Right.
But if I say, you know what, we can do this and we can do that, here's an alternative, now I'm pivoting.
Right.
I'm suiting the needs, but at the same time, still creating I will pivot, but I really want to keep that foundation.
Yeah.
Because the project that I'm pitching to you I still, at the end of the day, even though we might have pivoted 2 or 3 times, I still want you to feel what the initial intent was.
What the foundation was.
So if I want you to feel a certain way about missing kids, or if I want you to feel a certain way about creativity, or if I want you to feel a certain way about art, I still want you to feel that way. Now we can pivot on how we produce that feeling.
Right.
We can change that a little bit, but we cannot change the core
Gotcha.
of what we're working on. You know what I mean? So that's the difference right there. We can do whatever. I will work with you. You can change the title, which has happened. You can change the title. But we cannot change the core.
Yeah, the mission and the vision.
The mission.
Understood.
You know what I mean? There's a place for everything. And when I create something, I know that 9 times out of 10, I'm 3 years ahead of the game.
Right.
So, but it takes time for that idea to develop and to even be producing it out there. Like when I first moved here to Atlanta, I shot a show called Unspoken, where we feature spoken word artists and musical guests at the end of every show. That was my very first project after 2 weeks of being in Atlanta. I only knew 2 people when I got here. You know what I'm saying? Within 2 weeks with 2 people, we got the show and we aired on People's TV.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? On People's TV, it aired on that. I think it was channel 23, and it aired at midnight or 11. You know, somewhere around that time. And it was dope. I mean, it was cool.
Public broadcasting.
It was cool, public broadcasting. And so that was the thing about that. Because it was on public broadcasting, we couldn't profit. So it was only a 3-man team. My editor quit and my host quit. So that left me. I had no camera, I had nothing. You know what I mean? So like I said, I maxed out my credit cards, bought my little camera, whatever the case, and I started trying to learn things on my own. You know, they didn't see the vision. You know, we were doing podcasts before it was really, we were doing visual podcasts before it was titled visual podcast. Like I said, we were ahead of the game.
They called it talk show.
Yeah. We were way ahead of it.
We
you know
all
what I
like
mean?
Oprah and them now. Montel Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is how we do it.
Yeah, we it's just packaged under another platform.
You know,
everybody has a voice, which is cool.
And that's the beautiful thing about it, you know what I mean? Everyone has the opportunity to grab some mics and really say what you feel. And, you know, become the change that you want to see in a sense.
And that's exactly what we're here to promote. So tell these folks where they can find you, because we feel like every brand needs a podcast, right? And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a part 2, but we want Dwaine to let y'all know where y'all can tap in, because y'all gonna have to come through. We're gonna start setting up these brands to get their podcast. And not everyone can shoot in Cool World, but y'all can shoot in Go Creative Studios. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So you can find Go Creative Studios on Facebook, the letter D, space Go, space Creative, space Studios. So Go Creative Studios, you can find us on Facebook. On IG, you can find us at Go_Creative Studios. And the website is DgoCreativeStudios.com.
Okay. So if you just
everything is Go Creative Studios. So for the most part, so you tap in there, you should be able to find us, reach out, say something. You can find me specifically under Dwaine Go, DWAINE
I was about to say
_GO. Yeah, because it's spelled differently. DWAINE _GO. And I respond.
Okay.
I'm not one of those cats you hit me and I'm not responding. I'm responding because it's just.
You do good business.
I do good business. But what I learned from, and not to cut you off, but what I learned from early on, I was on a feature film. I was the lowest guy on the totem pole. I was the intern for the electric department, and the director kept calling me Mister. And that was a sign of respect in the professionalism that I saw on that set. It just reminded me over and over again that each person is just as important as the next person.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So you need the intern just as much as you need the director.
Right.
And the director was the one calling me Mister throughout this whole thing, and made it personal. And that's what sold me to go into the business, was that experience with him. So I don't look at anyone as, someone that's, not, I ain't gonna say not ready, but someone that's beneath.
Right.
I'm not gonna look at you in that manner. We're all, it takes everyone to create
make
this masterpiece.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a role. When I do a photo shoot, I'm depending on the makeup artist. I'm depending on the stylist. I'm depending on if I have someone doing my lighting. I'm depending on all of that.
Right. Everybody
You know what I
has
mean?
to focus on their
Hell, I'm
specific
depending on
job.
Sony if I got the right camera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
we're
Georgia
all
Power.
and Georgia Power, make sure the lights stay on. You know what I mean? So we're all depending on someone. So, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of being, community.
Right.
And that's really
There
cool
you go.
world
There you go.
community.
You got it.
That's
You
really
figured it
what
out,
it's all
y'all.
about.
Hey.
That's really what it's all about. It's really about community. And I'm grateful to have come upon your community. And, I'm looking forward to building with your community and, building, you guys are in the same community.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to building with you guys.
Community together.
We're in the community together. You know what I mean? And if we do this again the next time, I might have the hoodie on.
Okay.
It just depends on how warm
Make it
it
a
is.
day.
'Cause it can get,
Right.
it's cooled off in here now though. You
Yeah.
feel it a little bit?
My
It's
body
cool.
has adjusted.
Adjusted.
Yeah, because when you're moving about and you're getting set up, it
Yeah.
it gets hot.
I didn't break into a sweat, so that's good.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
I'm not a
So it's not bad. Yeah, I'm a sweater, so
So
if I did sweats, you're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're good.
Yeah, no, we good.
Yeah. But I really greatly appreciate you guys coming
We
through.
appreciate this one.
Spending this evening with me and being able to tell part of my story. I'm looking forward to part 2.
Well,
so I can
right.
really
we got
dive
to,
in.
we got to.
We got to do another one.
Part
Yeah.
2, we definitely gonna put that on the calendar for sure.
Yeah.
And keep this relationship growing because
Sure.
we see a real opportunity to allow for our community to take into some of the services that you provide. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it,
Let's
man.
go.
I want to hear great stories.
yeah,
I love hearing great
Same,
stories.
me too.
You see, you know what I mean?
Me too.
I love it, man.
'cause I didn't even know
love
this
hearing
brother was
stories.
from Cleveland.
I'm not originally
You
from
didn't say
Cleveland.
he
Well, he said lived in
I
Cleveland.
lived in Cleveland. Yeah.
The dream started in Cleveland.
Mm-mm.
No, it started when he had a small camera. No.
We're gonna part to
film.
that. That's
All right.
part
Hey, it actually started in DC, but we'll say it for
whoa,
part
Part
okay.
two. That's part
That's
two.
part 2. So,
it started there, and then it transitioned a little bit.
We'll do the prequel. How people
Yeah, we
go
gonna-
out.
yeah. So this has been.
I was in my crib,
Yeah.
drinking my bottle,
Drinking my bottle.
and I ain't thought about.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. This nigga's a genius.
Right. You remember that?
So we do ask the guests to leave the people with like a quote or something you may live by.
Okay, so one of the mottos of Digo Creative Studios is aspire, inspire, create.
Say it again.
Aspire,
Aspire,
inspire,
inspire,
create.
create.
You want to always aspire.
Yeah.
If you're not aspiring, then you're not living. You know what I mean? If you feel that you've done it all, achieved it all, and you're there, you're lost.
If you're not aspiring, you're expiring.
Exactly.
Duh.
Come on.
Whoa.
Come on, man.
There you go. Say it again. You know what I mean? And also, you want to inspire.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You want people to look at you. And not saying this is intentional. Well, not saying it's intentional, because it's really not. It's that you want to lead the type of life where people can see
They're inspired
and want to be
by your emotion.
inspired by your emotion. Exactly. You know what I mean? And you're not doing it for the crowd. You're not doing it for the people. You're doing it for
You're
you.
doing it to get it
But
out
because
of you.
people
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
that genuine.
Because you're aspired.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you're
Exactly.
You're doing it, and the natural response
Right.
is to inspire.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anybody moving on their dreams is going to inspire.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And the last thing is create.
Create.
You know what I mean? You have to create no matter what it is. You know what I mean? When I did sales, I used to be a telemarketer. And I literally would take that time and, you know, it was so, I would get so bored with the job because I was so good at it.
Yeah.
That I would use different voices. I would throw in a Jamaican voice and pitch these people.
This nigga was Miss
I used to
Cleo.
work at MCI back in the day. You know what I mean? And
Call us now.
you know what I mean? So I really, you know, that's when I began. That's the furthest back I can really understand as far as like actually living in creativity.
You found
Yeah.
a way to be creative.
I found a way
Even
to
though
be
you
creative.
wasn't a creative job, you found a way to make it
You
creative.
better say that. That's what
That's
I'm
what we
talking
do.
about.
That's what creatives
You
do.
find a way to
make
be
it
creative.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing. I found a way to be creative. You know what I mean? And you know, so no matter what it is in your life, people have great ideas. The graveyard is full of tremendous ideas,
Yeah.
Ain't it though?
but they did not create.
They did not create.
You know, so create, aspire, inspire, create.
And that's it, man. Y'all heard it here first from Dwaine Go. This is another Dreamers Create Crew. I'm Willi
I'm
Millions.
True Davis.
I'm Dwaine Go.
And we gonna go.
We are.
Y'all like, subscribe, comment, do all those cool
And
things.
thank you.
Yeah.
On God.